Welcome to Wenzhou on mainland China, where I'm standing next to Andrew, the founder of Solar Juice in Australia. Welcome, Andrew.
Thank you very much, Mark. It's a huge pleasure to be here at such a fantastic event with so many partners from around the world. I'm delighted to meet you as well.
Oh, thank you, Andrew. Well, absolutely incredible. Over 400 partners from Fox around the world here. And you guys are rocking the Australia market out of the gates. Can you just tell us what's moving the Australian market so rapidly?
Sure. So, as you said, to see so many people from so many parts of the world gathered here together at an event to celebrate, the storage revolution. And the Australian market has gone through significant change, particularly over the last 6 or so months, where Australia's residential grid connect market has seen some 4.2 million systems installed over the last 15 odd years, when myself and my co-founder Rami started the company in 2009. But a lot of that power is being generated during the day and going straight into the grid and not being able to be used. And therefore the cost of electricity is obviously been a lot cheaper during the day and then peaks significantly at night during the evenings. So the Australian government has launched a program called the Cheaper Home Battery Program. This program launched in July 2025, and in the first 6 months of operation saw some 200,000 systems installed in a very short period of time, adding some 4 gigawatts in terms of distributed storage. The government has really promoted and supported distributed energy and giving consumers, mums and dads, the opportunity to be able to control how they use electricity. It also provides those mums and dads the opportunity to play in markets like the VPP markets, home automation market, and gives them a lot more flexibility in terms of how they use their power within their homes. So the program has recently had an increase of another $5 billion,
Sure.
which you'll see hopefully another 2 million Aussie homes connected with a battery storage system by 2030. So it's pretty exciting stuff.
So absolutely incredible. If I've got that correctly, in the past 6 months, 180,000 new BESS systems in Australian homes.
Absolutely, yep. Over 180,000 systems in only 6 months. So it shows how strong, the Australian solar market, particularly the residential market, is quite mature. Having over 1 in 3 homes already having a Grid Connect solar system, it's a natural progression for the market to move down the battery storage revolution.
Sure. So 1 in 3 homes in Australia already with PV, or less than 1% across our entire population of solar penetration. So we have a lot to learn and to follow from you guys. I saw a government minister standing in front of a Fox stack of batteries at Solar Juice's warehouse. Can you tell us a little bit more about the solar incentive that the government has, and tell me more a little bit about your relationship with government on this front?
In relation to the program is really to be able to enable consumers with the initial upfront capital cost of installing a battery storage system. So the government introduced a program that piggybacks off an existing program, which provides consumers with what's called STCs or renewable certificates, carbon certificates, and those certificates can be traded. There's a tradable market for those certificates. They get that discount up front when they purchase the system.
Wow, that's incredible.
And it equates to somewhere around 30% of the initial upfront capital cost is provided as a point of sale discount to the homeowner upon installation. So that's certainly driven the real boom that we've seen over the last 6 months.
Sure. So a 30% discount from the government as you purchase your system, and then you have basically solar or carbon credits that you can trade. About how long till you paid off the government portion and you start trading those credits for yourself?
Those certificates are generally provided upfront as a point of sale discount, so consumers don't have to wait and trade those. They're traded normally by the installer, so the installer assigns them to an agent, to a certificate agent, and that's provided to the homeowner as an upfront point of discount. So it reduces the capital cost to the homeowner upfront, obviously making the adoption of battery storage far more affordable and accessible to so many more people.
So absolutely incredible. What it sounds like is they've just simplified it a whole lot. So basically you get your credit upfront, no additional paperwork. You guys are kind of handling that, or installers handling that in the background.
Yes, correct, exactly right. It's a simple program that's been in place for well over 10 years now. So it's quite mature in terms of how the mechanics work. It's quite mature in relation to how the policy framework has been set by the government. As I said, I mean, over 1 in 3 residential homes in Australia have a grid connect storage system. Particularly the last couple of years, the number of batteries attached to that has obviously been less than 1 in 10. With this new program, we're seeing that adoption rates or attachment rates of battery to PV is in fact over 100%. So there's more battery systems being installed than there are grid connect storage, grid connect PV systems.
That's awesome. So from our side of the pond, we have a look at you guys in Australia. We have an incredible shortage of power in South Africa. The government hasn't been able to introduce much new generation. Reliability has been a huge concern for our market. But what I see is that there is also periods of free electricity, that you guys have got such an abundance of solar in Australia that you're giving away power for free. It just boggles our mind in South Africa. So tell me a little bit more about that.
Yeah, that's right. I mean, and that's to the great success of existing programs that have seen so much grid connect PV deployed. Obviously, it helps being in the country, not too dissimilar to South Africa in terms of the abundance of free natural sunshine that pours down on our country every day. The government has announced, effective from July 2026, that retailers are to be able to offer consumers free electricity between 12 p.m. and 3 p.m. for, I think it's 3 hours per day.
Sure.
This also opens up the opportunity for people who don't have large rooftops that can still participate by installing a battery, utilising the very low prices of electricity or free electricity during that period, and then obviously being able to arbitrage that and use that power later on in the day when prices go up.
Wow. So you could be plugging your car and basically getting free fuel between 12 and 3 every day.
Exactly right.
And then from the Fox side, how's the Fox software been helping you guys achieve that for non-solar based countries that are just purely doing power arbitrage?
So, I mean, with Fox, obviously the thing we like about the Fox product is obviously its modularity. We love the scalability of the product. We've known Michael, the founder and CEO of Fox, for well over 15 years now.
Sure.
From his time working in the Australian market. So we've got a lot of faith in the product. We've got a lot of faith in the after sales, which is such a key component of any of the products that SolarJuice carries, is ensuring that it's not just fit for purpose, but that there's the support mechanisms there in place to be able to support the product as it's deployed over its usable life or its warranty period. So yeah, it's been a great relationship so far. It's only a fairly new relationship for us, but one that we're seeing, a lot of success with, and hopefully a lot more to come in 2026.
Wow. That's absolutely incredible. I want to say it's a huge honor being on the stage here at this gala event with a rock star company like SolarJuice. And from my side, and I'm just going to get you to chip in South Africa, we've got a thing where we do a Let's Go Fox. So if you don't mind looking at the faraway camera with me, and we do a Let's Go Fox, and we point up at the beautiful sunshine. So on the count of 3, 1, 2, 3, let's go Fox!